This is my 81 Bonair 1200. It's a very old camper, and but it's still holding its weight. There's a few things wrong with it that we're going to look at today. The first thing is this side panel here is quite rotted out. It's just some plywood that is rotted out, and this edge doesn't actually sit on the bottom edge, which generally isn't an issue. But there's a door that also sits here when this is fully raised, and those pieces don't tend to line up as much as I would like them to, and it's and this whole edge here that holds the whole curtain is falling off as well. So what we're going to do today is raise the top up a little bit and take this apart and see how easily it's going to be to replace the wood in behind this. Um, so when I first got it, it had all incandescent lights, and most of them had failed. And also the plastic had just kind of become brittle and cracked with. I also did replace the wheels and bearings. Both were replaced last year. This cover here again was replaced. The other one had, it's basically 40, 50 years old, and almost 50 years old, and the UV had done a number on it. So there's quite a few cracks, and basically if you just touched it, it would crumble. Actually. All right, now so she's raised up just a little bit. Go inside. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. Now it's obvious that the material is very old, but so the roof sags, and all this white kind of vinyl covering is falling off. So it's obvious that the wood is very it's in terrible condition, really. And this piece right here is separating here and all the way down in the. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to have to do is just take the walls off, which they're just all onto this long piece of aluminum with some Robinsons. Is it a big one? I think it's, I don't know. Right, and there's still a rope in there that needs to slide along. I can just fold. I can just put the fold. Yeah, that's working pretty good. As long as I can get the edge. This is going way better than I thought it would. Okay. Tiny little Robinson. Okay. Oh, yeah, that one's in great shape. As you can see, the bar actually just tore off. By tore, it probably just gently fell away. All right. All right. What's holding that bugger on? Some rivets to nothing? Some caulking? Oh, maybe. There are no, the rivets don't go through anything. This one may, there's one more bolt that's used for the door. I guess just discovering now that this camera program doesn't allow unlimited lengths of photos, the DJI photo app or something. That's yeah, oh, that's a little bit more like it. I think I'll take a knife and cut this cogging that's probably not doing anything. Oh, there it goes. Now, it sort of seems that these two pieces are connected. But I think it's just with caulking. Caulking. And the seal. And screw. Yes, one more screw. Little screw inside holding these two pieces together. I could probably snap the bolt off with some the right pliers. Okay, now I got to figure out what next to do. I'm starting to think about some other things like when I take this post off, which is what lifts this the roof. How am I going to ensure that it gets to the same spot? Which it seems that as long as it's up as high as it can. Yeah. You know, the roof seems pretty good. It's sagged, yes, for sure, but it seems like it's in pretty good shape. So I think I'm going to have to take both those sides off. Which I guess, you know, if this post is, if it's sitting on the roof, that's probably good. But I might try to support it, build this up, and so then when I do take those off, there's still some extra support in the roof. I feel like this wood is actually sunk away from the upper panel, which is why it's pushing that down. I mean, the whole roof is sinking, right? Okay, what I've encountered is that they all have a corner piece, you know, and this corner piece is attached to the whole rail that goes around the other side. So they kind of they built it that way. They made a slice and bent it around the corner. And for me to bend this out, I'm actually flexing the back panel, which I'm not ready to replace yet. We'll see how easy to get this wood out. You'll see how easy it is to get that out. I think I might also lay something along the rail here, just so then I can eliminate the chance of all that debris getting inside my pristine camper. I have my supports in, so now we'll just take a little bit of the weight off those supports. I think that might be a good spot. Well, we'll give it a try. Okay, let's see how. Let's just start peeling this off. So there's also that vinyl cover, which is still attached in some spots. Oh yes, I need to undo those. I need to unbolt the support. All right, I got a little bit more of that out. Let's see if I can. Oh, I think she's coming now. Oh, that's fucking awful. That's like a burn mark. Yikes. Didn't know, so I think I'm going to have to take this paneling off. So it's not just these two bolts that are holding the thing in. when they come through, there's actually a little bit of a plate. I forget what they're called. Those it's essentially threads that you can bang into wood from the other side. I'm sure there's a fin. So I'll have to take this panel off. So let's just finish that up. So I've made a significant mess here. So this is the edge of where that plywood goes up inside. This board seems pretty good in some spots, but for the most part it's pretty rotten. And I'll have to take the cap of this off right here, which it's in pretty terrible condition, so it's probably going to break, but I need to be able to get to all the screws that were in from the top and be able to put that in from that top layer. Okay, now I got the whole trim piece off the top, and I'll have to start measuring and making up for this wood here, and I think that's probably the first thing to put in. 37 is that. Okay, so we'll take this off right now because it doesn't really fit. It fits pretty good. The length is right. This edge will tuck in, and I think the corners need to be shaved off, and I'll end up lifting the center there to fit that in underneath it. But I think that's going to work out. And then that metal will slip in the slot there. I think once it's up, it's probably a better time to do that. So I did get that installed, and this top bracket or trim piece went on pretty good. I have caulking underneath the whole thing. It's Dynaflex 230. There's still a little bit of edge that I need to clean up and attach somehow. Yeah. I'm just going to put the awning piece on, which is probably not really necessary. I should be doing something that's needed at this point, but what the hell. So after trying with those anchor bolts, it's not going to work out. The holes are too big, so I've screwed up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off this side right here and see if I can lift that up enough that I can get my T-nuts in the back, and then I'll try to close it up. But yeah, we'll see. This caulking is going to be great. So messy. Just can't see drilling through the outside aluminum, making holes so then I can get those T-nuts in. Just don't see it. It's a good idea. Just can't do it. There's enough holes here that I hope that I won't have any issue with. Not that we go camping in the rain very often, but I do want the lid to be watertight when I'm not using it. I think I'll have to undo this one. Where did I just put that? There we go. Okay, let's do Not the greatest thing to do, that's for sure, but I think it's reasonable. Um, okay. It'd be great if these are all the right distance or length, but I doubt that's gonna. So this is what I'm using. I'm gonna put 2 bolts through, and then these neat little um, T-nuts here that will dig into the wood. Same size each. Where is the little tiny hammer? There it is. Not liking that. Huh. Not long enough. But if I do this, it should be long enough. Can't really get a hammer in here either. It's a lot of grate. I'll drill a little bit bigger hole on this side. I'm making it up now. Really making it up. I kind of want. That's the problem with these kind of projects, I guess, for me. That I'm like, okay, that's cool. Can we stop doing this project? See if it'll. Oh, I don't even have that one ready. Sorry, I haven't put that in there. Hope that it's enough. I think that one got it. Oh yeah. Coo. That was great. What a great choice. What a great choice. Oh, no. It's not a very nice spot to put a bolt. come on. Ugh. Just putting my hands in the caulking. This is so fun. Oh, can't get that with my hands. Now I need a little bit more on that. Barely a mark. Okay, let's put those back on. I think we need a bit more in there. It's not even touching. little bit more coffee. Put this back on. Put a few more little pieces on. This is for the awning that I've never used, but we got to cover the holes up. So this is how we'll do it. Might put a little bit of caulking under or on top of each one of those little holes. Just not everything's perfect here, absolutely, but so we probably should see how this goes down. I won't be doing the electrical right now because I need the 12 volts hooked up. I gotta lock it in place. Tuck the fabric in any places. First one. Oh, looks like we forgot to push a bed in. Let's see how that's sitting. Looks like I have a little bit of a misalignment. Probably because these are new holes. Anyway, you got a little misalignment here, and then it's the same amount overhanging. There's a new problem. I broke a cable that pulls the posts up for this cap, and it's really hard to do any work on it with that ability broken. Okay, I'm hoping to finally get this done. It's been quite a few days, as you can see that my clothes have changed. Yesterday, which there was a small video of repairing the chain. I didn't really do a good job of that, of recording that one. Um, the space was pretty awkward, and I was moving a lot to try to understand how the system works and what I need to be attaching things to. Um, I will try to. I believe it was on Reddit where actually I found the cable system explanation of another person's experience. And then just a little bit of looking around, looking through panels and seeing where the cables run. It's pretty easily understandable. And the hardest part is probably getting the tension right. So then all four corners raise at the same time. Um, it takes a little bit of awareness of the cables tension that's currently on it. Um, so then they are at the same tension when you start taking full load and the walls open or the roof opens at the same time. So at this point, what we need to do here is shift this corner and the far corner uh, forward. Well, in this case, yes, forward on these rails. Um, because what I failed to pay attention to is that there needs to be a certain amount of space um, on this edge and this edge, right? They need to land on top of each other essentially. And that is all based on where you bolt the post to here. So I will shift it back by a certain amount once I measure that, and then that will shift the cap forward. Because it's hard, it's kind of hard to see right now, but this whole side, this right side of the camper, is shifted backwards a little bit, and so it doesn't close. So to do that, I have to take the trim off, the awning cover here, and then I have to peel the aluminum back a little bit to be able to move those two bolts and do that on both sides. Since you've already seen me do that, I'm just going to get it done and then I'll show you how I'm going to adjust the position of the posts. Now, I wasn't going to record this, but so I've used Dynaflex 230 on this. I did put quite a bit, but look, that stuff's not coming off. Okay, so this is where we're going to have to be a little more accurate. We're going to make two measurements. We're going to measure, say, this edge. Oh, it's not going to be the same. We'll measure from here to here and maybe add a couple millimeters or something like that on the upper spot here and make sure those line up, are the same. This is the correct one as it's attached to the camper. This side is where I made the adjustment. So these will more than likely just go like this a little bit. All right. So from this edge to this edge, we have maybe 2 1/4. And from this edge, we're 1 3/4. So we're half an inch, at least half an inch too far, or not far enough. The center of there, and what did I say? 5/8. Somewhere. I'm not too off. It's a weird. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't impact anything. It's pretty close to. Alright. Okay. I can't find my angle attachment, or the U-joint, I guess you could call it. I forget what it's called. So we go long. Okay, cool. One. And Yeah, that's those. Now I need to pop out the T-nuts on this side. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna drill from this side. Where did I put my little ruler? And then this one I might as well. Should be the same distance. And that's where we should put. So I just finished adjusting both sides of the cap, and I'm going to lower it down and see how many more times I need to drill some holes, I guess. I really hope it works. I don't really want to try to do this any longer. The back's looking good. I'll just do a quick tuck. Everything's looking pretty good. It looks like it almost could come a little bit, but I think I can shift that within the bolt, or it might just slip down. So it's clear. There's lots of space back here. This one needs to come just a smidge. It would be cool if I could just pull it a little bit. That's not gonna work. So maybe I'll just loosen these buggers a little bit. Okay, I finally reached a satisfactory point with the adjustments. Sitting down there nicely, nice along the edge, obviously, and the best it can do right here, it's under there. So the seal is sitting on the edge here. So now I just need to tighten those bolts that hold the posts, and then we can put it back together. So there we go. It's all back together. I got all the trim pieces on. It's nice and straight, which is great. And I fixed all the ground issues that I had with my trailer lights. All right, thanks for watching. All right, so I have my camper parked in my driveway here. It is backwards, the door is on the other side, but let's see how well it goes up now. it's up and seems to be holding pretty well. Here's the inside of the repair work that I did on the side. Beside that, the door, as you can see, this roof stuff is peeling off the top layer. That's only cosmetic. It's nice and sturdy, and it seems to be holding the door pretty well. Anyway, thanks. Great. Hopefully I get some time to repair the other walls of this camper, so then the whole thing can be nice and sturdy.